I would like for you all to follow me for a minute. Back to your senior year in high school. Marinate in that memory for a second. Imagine the only thing standing in your way of obtaining a full ride to the college of your dreams is getting a 20 on your ACT. One test, one score, then full ride. Now let's come back to reality. Was that the end of your senior year looked like for you? It wasn't for me either. I didn't meet any of the requirements. My options after graduation were to go to the military, sell cars with my uncles, or find a school that would give me a chance. That chance came from a HBCU called Jarvis Christian College. Where I was also introduced to the world of Avid. Now, it might sound unconventional to you, but I was an Avid for higher education tutor in college before I ever realized also I was an Avid student. Miss Christy Pickney was the Avid for higher education liaison at Jarvis and was on a mission to recruit young, talented minds to engage other students as peer tutors. Oh, pick me, right? Little did I know what I was going into was something much bigger than tutoring. In my mind, this was going to be a piece of cake. Getting paid to help other students to learn how to get through their classes that I had already taken couldn't be hard. Although I did have to go through some rigorous training and Avid strategies of Wicker and Socratic tutoring, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want anything to do with Avid strategies nor Socrates' ways of teaching. Because I could get the student to answer much quicker by showing them. However, at this time, I was an education major, and I thought it would only be right to learn so I could be more of an effective teacher in the future. I trained for 4 long hours, twice, on note-taking skills, the Cornell way, and the 6 steps to the AHE, Socratic tutorial process. I thought it would never end. And in the back of my mind, I believe I would never use this in my life. After training was over, I was eager to leave. And I guess you could say I was like 5% less apprehensive about Avid, not knowing that this approach to teaching and learning would change my life forever. Stepping into my chemistry class was an experience. And no, not one of those, oh, let's do that again experience. I was struggling hard with solubility, complex ions, and stoichiometry. As you might guess, I was on the verge of failing, and I had never failed a class before. So I started to panic and feeling discouraged. I was almost at the point of crying when I realized I need some serious help. While I was getting myself together, I noticed my Cornell notes from training were on my desk, and at first glance, I pushed them to the side. Then something sparked in my head. Man, your way is not working. So I decided to go ahead and try it because at this point, I was desperate and failing just wasn't an option for me. After taking and using the Cornell notes and asking questions in class to my professors, I discovered I was improving and understanding my content. I felt as though I could pass and eventually brought my failing grade up all the way to an A. I shared my struggle and eventual success with Miss Pickney, and by this time, I considered her to be one of my mentors. After feeling so empowered, after feeling so discouraged, I knew it was time to share my knowledge with other students. I started to engage my peers and study groups based off Cornell notes and watched how it helped them succeed in their classes as well. I continued using Avid and was able to graduate with my associate's and my bachelor's degree. Avid inspired and empowered me to take ownership of my learning, and eventually I decided to further my education and get my master's degree. Now, remember how much trouble I had with the ACT getting into college? Yeah, I had to take another test to get into grad school. I was so fearful and so discouraged because of what I went through getting into college with the ACT. However, I buckled down and studied the GRE test materials using my Avid strategies, and I am happy to say, after many hard nights of studying, worrying, praying, and crying, I have successfully completed my first year of graduate school at the University of Central Arkansas College Student Personnel Services and Administrations program. Where after completing my master's degree, I plan on getting my PhD and hopefully to become a college president at someone's college. Ever since I became a part of the Avid family, opportunities have popped up left and right for me. I never dreamed of speaking in front of a large crowd, sharing my story, or even making it this far in my education. I owe all my success to my Heavenly Father, my Avid mentor, and in part the greater Avid family. Avid gave me inspiration and the motivation to follow my dreams, no matter how hard those dreams might be to obtain. Thank you, Avid, for this opportunity.